Is heaven your ultimate destination? Or the fires of hell? According to this pie chart from the Pew Research Center, 32% of the world's population are Christian, but not all will be going to heaven. The article states that the Catholic world population is 16%, which leaves only 16% for all other Christians. If you are a Protestant, you will be going to the Catholic version of hell, along with everybody else. So your probability of going to hell has gone up to 84%, along with all the rest of the world. But that's not all. There are over 30,000 Protestant denominations, sects, and other Christian groups, many of who claim they are the only one true church, and everybody else is going to hell. This includes some denominational sects within Pentecostalism, Baptist, Presbyterian, Church of Christ, Mormons, Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventist, and many others. So, you are in a church group of probably not more than 1 or 2% of the world's population. And don't forget what Jesus said.
Do not be afraid, little flock, for your Father has been pleased to give you the kingdom.
It's just a little flock.
Enter through the narrow gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate, and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it.
Are you sure you're on the right path, and that you're one of the few that have found it? And then there's this.
Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only he who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name drive out demons and perform many miracles? Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you. Away from me, you evildoers.
Are you sure you are doing God's will? Or are you depending on your preacher to get you into heaven? By the way, here's a whole bunch of people Jesus just doesn't want in his company.
Those born of an illicit union shall not be admitted to the assembly of the Lord. Even to the 10th generation, none of their descendants shall be admitted to the assembly of the Lord.
Are you or any of your loved ones illegitimate, or one of the 10 generations of an illegitimate? How do you know for sure? Who knows? You and I might be roommates in hell, but it shouldn't be too bad. With all the scientists down there, they probably got it air conditioned by now. If you do make it into heaven, what might that be like? Dave Allen gives a little insight.
Little fella dies and goes to heaven, and St. Peter said, would you like to have a look around heaven? And the fellow, yeah, I would, actually. So they're looking around heaven. And he said, who are those people over there? He said, oh, they are the Muslims. They are Muslims there. And over there we have the Jewish people. And yeah, these are Anglicans and Hindus, Baptists. He said, why do you have this big wall here? He said, behind the wall, you see, we have the Catholics. He said, why do you have the Catholics behind the wall? He said, shh, they like to think that they're the only ones here.